Pantera beats killing the music of the track down.
Yo, what's up, Cowboy headquarters? It's your guy, G, the number one Cowboy fan. Have to come at you live, direct, and correct. Trying to change it up a little bit, man. I know I keep coming up with the same old stuff, so I'm trying to change it up. What's up? Here we are on Cowboy Huddle podcast. Give it up. Trying to change it up a little bit. I know I keep coming up with the same old stuff all the same time. I thought I just change it up a little bit. So welcome to the Cowboy Huddle podcast on Mic'd Up Monday night Mic'd Up. Give it up. Monday night Mic'd Up. This is where we are again. Somebody at my door. Sound like somebody at my door. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, here we are, man. Monday night Mic'd Up. Getting ready to get down with some more news that you can use. And something that we really need to discuss, man. I hope everybody's doing okay. Again, thank everybody for subscribing and following this channel because like I always say, we would not be where we are without your support. So give it up to all of you that help this channel. Yeah, man. I'm like I say, I'm just here, man. Just trying to report to you guys the latest and what's going on out there with our Dallas Cowboys, man. And this is something that we really need to talk about, man, because I watched this other podcast earlier, and turn this down just a little bit more. But I watched this other. I was just running through things, and this individual had mentioned something about the possible problem. Yes, baby. I can't hear you, baby. Say what? Yeah. Okay, y'all. Look, let me let y'all see who this is. It never fails. One of my grandbabies gonna come in here. Say hello.
Roger.
No, you gotta say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Say welcome to the Cowboy Huddle. Say welcome to the Cowboy Huddle.
Hello.
Okay, Huddle. Okay, Papa, I'll be in there in a little bit, okay? Thank you. It never fails. I'm gonna tell y'all something. From the oldest grandchild to the youngest, they all come in here and check on Papa. Right when I get on to do a recording or go live. But listen, so y'all see that at the bottom. I'm gonna stop this because we gotta talk about this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something if y'all wasn't aware of it. This is something that's according to Mike Zimmer's defense. His defense requires run stoppers. That's what I said. His defense requires run stoppers. And I'm going to talk about some things, man, and where we are right now, because basically where we are still dealing with, or we are going in with Dan Quinn guys. And we already know that what had happened with that. We weren't able to stop the run like we wanted to, But it's okay because, again, I don't take anything from Dan Quinn. I'm gonna take this down. I want y'all to see this here, but we're gonna go back to this here in a minute. But I'm gonna show y'all that. But because before there was Dan Quinn, there was Mike Nolan, and Mike Nolan. Here, I got something for Mike Nolan. Y'all know how bad it was when we had Mike Nolan here. But like I say, no, we no longer have Mike Nolan. We no longer have Dan Quinn, but Dan Quinn had a different style of play when it came to his defense. Now with Mike Zimmer, it's going to be a total different type of defense, and we're going to definitely have to talk about where we stand with the front four. Now, when it comes to the D ends, I'm okay with Tank Lawrence. I'm okay with Sam Wills. I'm okay with Nealon. and whoever else we got out there. I really don't know who else going to be out there, but I'm okay with them. But our biggest problem is, or no, I'm not going to say biggest concern. We'll say call it a problem, but we're going to call it a concern is in our defensive tackle department. And I'm going to show y'all what I mean by that. Now, we need a zero technique, or one technique, or whatever you want to call it, one technique defensive tackle. So I was going over the depth chart at our defensive tackle, and right now, as it stands, they have Chauncey Golston and Osa Odigizua as starters. That means Mozzie Smith is. You know what? Before I do this, let me see. Let me see when this was. Let's see. When was this? Look like this is latest. Yeah, this is like this the latest. So I'm thinking it was something old, but got Mozzie Smith running with the second team with Carl Davis. But okay, and we know what happened with Mozzie. Mozzie lost a lot of weight, and I continue to say the reason Mozzie lost so much weight because he stepped into the professional level. Now, when you're in that college level, these guys at that level, they stay in the weight room. They live in the weight room. They got the 5 in the morning a.m. Workouts. Then they got the midnight madness thing that they run at nighttime. So it's a different type of setting versus the pro. When you step in the pros, it's more of a job. We expect you to, stay in shape, but in the way the practices and way the schedule is set up in the pros, it's so political that the players don't get the time that they would have if they was at the college level. So Mozzie pretty much beefed up. And if I'm not mistaken, so when we drafted Mozzie I think was at 337. 6'3", 337 pounds. And this is when we drafted him. Now, going talking about Mozzie, we brought him in at 337, but Mozzie still had some problems uh being in the right position, um, gap responsibilities, things to that nature. So, and I understand, we all can say that because Mozzie was first timer, we expected him, it's going to be a learning curve, and that's true. But let me say this. If I'm picking a first round draft pick, and well, my expectation is for them to come in and contribute. Well, that hadn't been the case with Mozzie. So in the beginning, Mozzie kind of struggled. Nate Newton said it himself. He feels that Mozzie is guessing. His first step is he has a slow first step in which he's trying to figure things out. And the thing about what Nate Newton said about Mozzie, that you can't think, you got to know where you're going, you got to know what you're doing, and that wasn't the case with Mozzie. But going back, so again, he lost a lot of weight. So it wasn't just because he lost the weight, because before he lost the weight, he was still having problems uh holding the first team position. Just still was what it was. We saw it. We saw that he didn't get a lot of playing time. Some of you guys probably said, "Well, it's okay, he's learning." Well, for me, I expect my first rounders to come in, especially being picked at that number 24, 24 to 25 and up. And anywhere in the first round, I expect you to have some contributions to the game. So, but anyway, I go to that to say this. So when we brought Mozzie Smith in, he was at 6'3", 337. For whatever reason, he dropped down to like 280. Okay, so again, in order to play this one technique or the zero technique, you're going to have some weight. So I go in here and I go back and I say, well, let me see, what we look like at this DT tackle. So I pulled up Osa. Now Osa, he fit for the Dan Quinn scheme. But so when I went to go pull up Osa Odigizua and looked at him, now we're talking about run stoppers, people. We need run stoppers. That means being able to take on a double team to free up your linebackers, and that's what happened. That was our problem last year because we were not able to draw double teams or we didn't match up well against our opponents, which allowed the double team to break down to where instead of a double team, there was a one-on-one. And the other offensive lineman was able to release and pick up our linebackers. If you guys are not familiar what I mean when I say double team. So it was a different style with Dan Quinn. But again, when we say Mike Zimmer is going to need some run stoppers. This is what he does. And he plays the double A gap. He blitz, he drops back. So it's going to be a bunch of changes. But at the same time, that DT is definitely going to have to be able to pick up a double team. And that's when we're talking about run stop. That is the start of a run stopper. Being able to pick up a double team and freeing up your linebacker or shedding the double team and making plays. I'm just saying. That's what that's about. So I go I pull up Osa. Osa right now is standing at 6'2", 280 pounds. So I say, wow, that's pretty light if we're looking for a run stopper. So I said, well, let me look. Let me look a little further. So I went on to Chauncey Golson. I mean, Chauncey Golson, as at one time, was a defensive end. Well, he didn't get much playing time because of Fowler and all the other guys and Michael Parsons. So they slid him down inside. So I pull up Chauncey Golson. I said, okay, well, let's see what Chauncey Golson looked like. Chauncey Golson standing at 6'5", 268 pounds. Yeah. So then again, I go back. I said, well, all right, let's look at now. These are the guys that we got listed as our starter: Chauncey Golston, Osa Digazua, and Mozzie Smith. Well, then we had an addition to the team. We added addition to the team that I think come from the Patriots. We brought in a Carl Davis Jr. Carl Davis Jr. is I think 32 years old right now. Yeah, no, going on 32. 31, I believe. I think let's see. Yeah, 31. So he's standing at 6'5", 335. Now, not sure. I think it looked like he came from the Seahawks. I'm not sure. But Carl Davis Jr., he's in his 30s. And, he was drafted back in 2015 in the third round by Baltimore with the 90th pick. Not sure what Carl Davis can bring to the table, because of his age, and maybe he can, but at 6'5", 335, while we're thinking about Osa, Chauncey, and Mozzie, Carl Davis could be the one that contributes to this defense. Just saying. So what we're expecting may not be what Zim is expecting. Zim might have a whole different game plan in order to run his scheme. So here's the question. So what is Jerry going to do? Is Jerry going to allow Zimmer to play who he thinks fits best on the team or on the defense? Or will it be Jerry Jones making a call, hey, I paid for him, I expect him to play? So this is basically going to show if who has the power. So yeah, Carl Davis Jr., 6'5", 335. So I go into the youngsters, and which we brought in Denzel Daxon, which I like Denzel Daxon. Illinois, out of Illinois. We picked him up. He stands 6'2", 304 pounds. He's actually from the Bahamas. So by him being from the Bahamas, he gets that what do you call it? That pass where because he comes from another country, he is being granted. So if even he don't make the team, he still be on a practice squad or something like that. But he has something like the guy from Mexico that we had. He get that same right. But with that being said, he's nice. I like this guy. I mean, he fills the hole, he plugs the hole, and he draws double team. Sometimes he loses his footing sometimes, but overall, I think if Denzel Daxon can catch on to the scheme of things, this is another one that you might have to look out for. So, and I just say that because it's the latter guys that may contribute over the ones we are familiar with, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So, but I want to show you this next individual. I really do. I want to show y'all this next Justin Rogers. I was really impressed with Justin Rogers. Let me see if I can pull him up because I want you guys to see this guy. And this is something that more than likely what Mike Zimmer is looking for. So let's check this out. Now he's playing in the middle. Check him out. You'll hear about him.
So this is a guy who took charge as a quarterback from a leadership position right off the bat. Pressure, and he gets taken down. Quarterback set.
This is Justin Rogers.
Now he's also the avocado guy. Logan Diggs taken down by Justin Rogers.
I like this kid.
Justin Rogers.
I should have told you I had another video. I forgot to tell y'all that. This is a run stopper. When you're able to plug.
As Diggs was met. Josh Williams is now the running back. As he makes his way to the 15-yard line. Dobbs from the Tiger 39. And Beck's going to keep it.
That's what you want.
And that was not a called quarterback draw. Tackle by Trey. Into the ground game of Dylan Johnson. And he is stopped after a gain of 1. I'll tell you this, they're going to throw it. He constantly puts that ball into the running back. And quarterback can run it too. He pump fake to the edge. That was cover. So Hooker
That's what we on one
turns
guy.
it up and gets it back. See if they kill it or bring it. They're still bringing it. Small, darts around the middle.
Big guy.
No game. We'll see if
So I just want to show y'all a little bit of that because I really like this kid, man. And with that being said, when I pulled him up, Justin Rogers, and I was like, wow, this guy looks big, man. Let's see how big. This guy is 6'2", 338 pounds. So he's out of Auburn and he played with Kentucky as well, but we, brought him onto the squad with us. But these are some things we have to look at. I mean, when we're talking about somebody to contribute, it might not be the ones that we're familiar with. And again, this is going to fall on who has the power, Mike Zimmer or Jerry Jones. Something to think about. But in order to have a successful run game, you're definitely going to have to be able to let me stop this. You're gonna have to be able to get somebody in there that can draw the double team. And do what we just saw with Justin Rogers. I'm just saying, guys. I mean, this is serious. I mean, we're sitting here, thinking, we got our starting DTs, but man, it might be the latter that contribute to this defense versus the ones that we are familiar with. But I just want to share that with y'all. And the reason I say this because this is what we're gonna have to watch out for. Did y'all see this video? Let me show you. This is why it's going to be very, very important that we stop this run game. Because this is who we're going to face the first game. Y'all know who that is? That's Nick Chubbs. Check it out. Yeah. Those are not fake weights. That's Nick Chubb, the starting running back for the Cleveland Browns. Check it out. Ain't no sound. Bro, that's Nick Chubbs. Give it up for Nick Chubbs. Look at this. Bro. More than one rep. You got to be kidding me, bro. That's Nick Chubb. Y'all don't believe it? I'm going to put it right where y'all can see his face. Here he is. That's Nick Chubb. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I know it, y'all. I mean, that's news. That is news. In order for us to be able to stop that, man, we better put about 600 pounds, almost 700 pounds in them DT positions. I don't care what nobody said. 280, 268 is not going to cut it, man. You're going to need some run stoppers to get this dude. You're going to have to fill those gaps. You cannot let this man get to the second level. You let Nick Chubb get to the second level, it's a wrap. Linebackers can't hit him, and the safety damn sure can't hit him. So I'm just saying, man, this is something that we got to pay attention to because I'm just saying this is something that we need to probably put more attention to at our DT position because Nick Chubb's just there and they'll lift the whole gym. So yes, run stoppers are needed for the Cowboys. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to come over here and share that with you because that is a major concern for me. I don't know about y'all, but y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments about this. But you just saw it first. Nick Chubb damn near lift the whole damn gym. And if we coming in there with two DTs that weigh about 500 pounds combined, we can forget about it. It's going to be another long season. But that's all I got for you today. It's your guy G, the number one Cowboy fan. I have to come at you live, direct, and correct. But I definitely want to just share that with you because that is something that. But anyway, man, thank y'all for stopping through and hanging out with me on Monday Night Mic'd Up. And again, if you get a chance, stop by our online store and and check out some of the our merchandise that we have there. So again, man, y'all, I want to just say thank y'all once again. I can't thank you guys enough, but you guys have definitely played a major part with our channel. So with that being said, I'm not gonna hold you no longer. Do me a favor, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share the video, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you will be notified on the next video. Like I always say, stay safe and be blessed.